He made the assertion that white people should commit suicide as an ethical act.
If you're being serious about it, you're a white guy. What happened to leading by example? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Heavy Duty Country. We've got a really odd episode for y'all today. Just within logic and just, I don't even know, humanity. So let's start with this. Most of our pops out there taught us when we were kids to be about what you say, right? A man of your word. Which basically means that if you're talking about something, you either do it too, you're in the process of doing it, or you've done it in the past, right? So for example, if you're a firearms instructor, most likely you're practicing shooting tactics. It'd be kind of weird if you were teaching something and have no clue what you were talking about, or you don't practice it yourself. So that being said, I'm confused why so many people on the left think that they can talk about stuff that, one, they wouldn't do, and two, they're not really about. They're just looking to get some attention. And I think one of the funniest examples is white people telling other white people to not be about being white. You know, and all this started with people just being like, oh, we need to abolish whiteness, and being white is a parasitic condition. Remember that one? Yeah, the pandemic disappeared for a week and being white was the pandemic, apparently. But once again, we've taken everything to just another level. There's a professor at a university called the University of Duquesne. I think that's right. And this guy apparently teaches psychology. And this guy gets on his platform or his panel or his Zoom meeting or whatever it is, and he defends the quote that white people should commit suicide as an ethical act. And he's white! So it raises a question that I brought up at the beginning of the video. If you were that serious about something to the point where you go on a panel or a video and you're talking about it seriously, why wouldn't you do it? I mean, obviously what you're saying is absolutely nuts, but if you're being serious about it, you're a white guy. What happened to leading by example? Watch this.
He made the assertion that white people should commit suicide as an ethical act. My question is then, how can a person not be racist if that's the way they live their lives? The only way then for white people to become part of Africa is not to exist as white people. He took them to a proposed end of whiteness. Or in more psychoanalytic terms, we could say that Delport offered his white audience the opportunity, one they didn't seem to appreciate for the most part, but the opportunity to contemplate what we could call the castration of whiteness.
Wow. You know, I love people who think that they can sit there and talk about psychology and how the human mind works like they're God and that they understand every single detail about it. That's pretty much what this guy just did. How about this for psychology, bud? The bare bones of psychology, or how the human mind works, is we want to preserve. We want to stay alive. We want to live a happy life. Did you miss that part in your lesson with your woke psychology teacher when you were learning? Or did they just not go over that? And here's another crazy part about this. This is a Catholic university this guy's teaching at. Guess what percent of the Catholics in America are white? 59 to 66%. Your kids in your class must be looking like you're just a damn clown. All right, kids, today we're talking about just castrating half of you. So who wants to come up and get this done first? Why don't you go first, Professor? You're white. The bigger point I'm trying to get to in this is these people are not serious about this. They're being used. How could someone who studies psychology, who is white, go on a video and say white people should commit suicide? But that's all America has come to. It's manipulation and people getting on their knees for the left side of America. So they all start feeling like their outrageous ways of living aren't that crazy. I mean, out of all the people in America, teachers need to be the best examples for kids. What about the teacher in California who hangs an Antifa flag on his wall? Somehow that's accepted? Would people be okay in California if a teacher had a Nazi flag on their wall? But no, somehow Antifa is okay?